plain text, you're taking it false. I'm going to put the cocoons on your throat. You can't control me. We're not under Sharia yet. It's mad. You can't do it, huh? Lick, lick, lick. Big up your heart, sweet plastic.
Bullet. Hello. Gucci! 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 Come here. Come here. Hey! Oh, ridiculous stuff. Doesn't never listen. Food! I like it. I don't know if I should let you sit on my lap today. I'm worried if you're going to bite me. Huh? You want to get on here? You want to jump up? No? Exactly. Alright, come on. Let's see if you can jump up. Jump up here. Jump up. If I get bitten live on a live stream, it's your fault. Jump here. Jump on it. Oh, come on, jump on it. I don't like it. Doesn't know what he's doing.
You can't control me. We're not under Sharia yet. You're mad.
Come back. Yeah, so I've been unwell for the last few days. It's been a freaking nightmare. I'm so pissed off. I hate feeling ill. I've been asleep most of the time because I had a flu the other day and I got rid of that. Then I got stomach poisoning or something and I haven't been able to get out of bed, hardly eating anything, and I'm just freaking pissed off. I'm bored as well, bored as shit because I can't draw. Just being in freaking bed all day. Game of Thrones has pissed me off, obviously. And listen here, you pricks. We don't know what Game of Thrones is. Oh, just calm yourself down. It's just a TV show. What are you talking about? Oh, shut up. Shut up. Tune off if you don't want to hear me ranting about Game of Thrones or spoiling or anything, because I'm going to spoil everything. Sick and tired of people saying, oh, Raj is just a TV show. Raj is just a TV show. Well, you don't say that when you're watching freaking EastEnders or your bloody Coronation Street, that bullshit. Talking about it 24/7 like it's bloody real life. When I talk about Game of Thrones, people start bitching and whining. Oh, well, it's only a freaking program. Oh, it's dragons and it's all that kind of stuff, yeah? But when you talk about EastEnders, oh yeah, there's really a roly-poly like Phil Mitchell with a garage in freaking EastEnders. That's how long I haven't watched EastEnders, because that's the last time I remember that Phil Mitchell, that roly-poly, owning a garage in EastEnders. So I don't know whether that's still the case now. Then he might not. TNT Greeks in the house. Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, I was supposed to come back this Sunday, but I don't think I'm going to go Sunday. I feel so unwell. I can't see myself feeling. Did Phil die? Oh, good. I'm happy about that. No offense. No offense about that. Yeah, the thing is that I was supposed to go Speaker's Corner back on Sunday, but there's two reasons I'm not going to go now. One, I'm not well, and I don't see myself feeling any better. It's Tuesday. Well, I'll have to get better by like because I'm going to go home and I've got to do things. Yeah, I do have to make a living, you pricks. And so when I go Speaker's Corner, it takes a whole day. And then the next day as well, sometimes if I'm really tired. And if I haven't been for a long time, it will take a lot out of me. So I'm going to have to make the decision. If I'm not well enough by Thursday, I'm not going. Because that will take, because I'm going home. I'm back home tomorrow, thank God. Oh my God, man. I'm sick and tired of being here now. I'm not going to lie. This has been one of the worst times I've been around here. Normally, I enjoy myself because I'm not normally ill. I'm only here for 7 days normally. This time it's been like nearly 10 bloody days. And it feels like torture at the moment. I can't wait till tomorrow. So I'm back home. Now, one of the reasons I kept on saying I was going to do a live stream. Now, what's happened was that I just literally, every time I wanted to do a live stream, I felt like I had diarrhea or something. I don't know whether it was because of the people I thought I was going to have to chat to, or whether I got stomach problems. Because whenever I thought about I was about to do live stream, and next thing I'm like, oh my God, I have to go toilet. Yeah. So I still don't know whether that was a nervous reaction to having to be on a panel with people, or because I genuinely have stomach. Because it might be psychological that I started to go, yeah, but it was weird though. It would happen just before I was going to so I was going to do a live stream yesterday around 8:30. What happens? Stomach pains. Have to go to the poo. Yeah, and then I didn't feel well, and my stomach started playing. It happened the other day before as well. So I think that it's trying to tell me something. My stomach's trying to tell me something that I don't like. I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah. I don't like live streaming on my channel. Now, I don't care what anyone says. I don't like it. Yeah, I think that's the problem why I kept getting stomach. I have got stomach pains now as well. But when I'm doing a singular one-to-one on my channel, I'm okay with that. But I don't like doing this whole panel thing. When I did it that one time the other week, I didn't like it. Even though everybody on there I get on with, I just don't like. Performance anxiety. Yeah, I got performance anxiety. So my stomach started to kind of turn. But I'm okay when I'm by myself. I have no problem. Look, I'm on here now. I'm not shitting myself right now. I'm not sitting on a toilet. But then again, I might be. I don't know. All right, let me read a couple of comments and I'll go into a bit of a rant. Because I'm in a bit of a ranting mood. It's my last day that I can't even muster up a shout. God's sakes. That's how unwell I am. It's so sad. I'm like a shell of myself. Weebed, Manny Singh, judge, jury, and execution, and that's me, not you, you prick. I decide who gets judged, juried, and executioned. Richard Tonks, Victor Renz. I can't remember I still don't know if I like Victor. Baby Yaga. I'm sure I modded Baby Yaga up. She's doing witchcraft and I'm modding herself all the time. Hakita Day to big up. Game of Thrones is soft porn. Dawa, man. Oh, shut up, Dawa, man, you little turd. You're a man that can't freaking even put a snowman on the head because you get turned on. Oh, look, he's got a mouth. Oh, look, he's got a nose. Look at his eyes. He's looking at me. How sexy. Yeah, he's a dirty little bugger. You see, well, I have to admit, Game of Thrones is like soft porn sometimes. So I'm not going to lie to you. If you watch the first season of Game of Thrones, it's shocking, like the amount of nudity in it. So yeah, he's kind of right. But if you start going through the series, you start to realize that Game of Thrones isn't really just about that. That's just the fun part that we all like. But the other bits is like, the murdering and killing. Robert Y. Weber, Hakira Day, Hunting Dog, Dr. Zakir Knight. Is that all they're worth? Hunting. Oh, I'll tell you what, without the dogs here, it would have been a freaking nightmare. So big up to the dogs, man, and big up to Bullet and Gucci. Man's best friend. They comfort you when you're not feeling well and stuff. So I really appreciate them being there. Wee bed. I was waiting for the stream last night. I was waiting for my poop to come out. So was waiting at the same time, but for two different reasons. Wanksy style live piss streams. What? All right. Room 101. You look so take for one going to see and a day of fruit. Dirty Sam M, when you come back, Speaker's Corner. I haven't been for freaking 2 months. I don't know how much it's changed. Analyze Dunya. Is that Analyze That? I have to check if that's the same person. I don't know. Richard Tong says Game of Thrones is the greatest show ever made. It's still the greatest show ever made, but it's been taken down a considerable amount because of the bullshit in this season. Like, I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm sitting there, and I'm just like sitting there shocked when I'm watching. I'm enjoying myself. It's a bit like probably if you was pleasuring yourself over fat porn or something. You might like it, but when you're finished, you're like, oh, that wasn't really that nice. So I don't know. Probably a bad analogy because I've not actually done that before, but I'm a bit of a fatist. I don't like fatties, even though I can be fat and I have been fat and I'm a little bit on things. So Morton Higher in the house. Don't bitch and whine, Morton Higher. I'm going to be giving spoilers away for freaking Game of Thrones. Get back on your Viking ship and piss off if you're not freaking happy about that. Aurora Dawn, yeah, go to see your G. Yeah, I don't like GPs. They're freaking useless, those pricks. Let me say something about the GPs, yeah. I don't know if people understand that Asian people get a different experience with their GPs. Yeah, I said it. Asian people get a different experience with their GPs than everybody else, especially you white people. Because what happens is that there's so many Asian doctors now, yeah? And when they see another Asian person, they're like, oh, we don't have to be as professional as we normally are. Trust me, they become very, very retarded in front of you. Like, they literally turn from a GP to your local bloody auntie or a little uncle. I said you can't. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Just diagnose what's wrong with me. They start to go very weird, and I've realized that about the GPs. They treat the Asian patients. Well, the older generation, the first, like in the 60s and 70s, they were treat because a lot of them used to know. My local GP used to know my mum very well, and she was freaking incompetent, that little bitch. And I did call her a bitch because she freaking misdiagnosed my mum like 50 freaking times, causing her massive issues long term. Yeah, we can't find an African GP. Where do you want me to go for an African GP? Well, you want me to start running around freaking whole of London just to find an African GP? My sister, I'm not going to say which one, but she has a Nigerian GP. And she's told me that he's very professional. Not like our bloody Indian ones that when they see a little Indian come in, they think they can take the piss. I've had some of the worst experiences with freaking doctors. One time I had a heart issue. I felt like I was dying. This was like maybe 15, 20 years ago. I spent all the time going down to the thingy, stressing, walk in there, and he just goes, "You okay?" That's it. Didn't even freaking check me properly or nothing. Just went, put this little thing on. Oh, you're fine. Go home. So this is the kind of level of service. All right, maybe he was right because I'm still alive and I didn't have a heart attack. But it doesn't change the point that he was very dismissive of my particular ailment. Morton Higher. Oh, thank you. I'm not even on mood, but I am very angry though. I'm always at my best when I'm angry. Because I'm going to say something that I used to always say that I love being by myself, yeah. So I'm going to talk about it because one of the things I've realized of me being ill and being away for 10 days rather than 7 days, because normally when I'm away from home, it's 7 days. I'm not normally ill. And I'm kind of just like, chilling out and stuff. But this time has been a freaking nightmare for me, man. I swear to God, because I've been ill. I've had the flu. I've had a stomach problem, all this other bullshit. And what I've realized is that when you're by yourself, like one thing I've never really understood is when people get bored. When people get bored, oh, I'm by myself. I used to have friends like that. And this is why I hate having friends, because they get very needy. As soon as they're bored, oh, Raj, let's meet up. Raj, I'm bored. And I hated that bullshit, yeah? Have I lost more weight? I don't know if I have. Maybe I wish I was supposed to gain weight here because I thought I was going to eat a lot. But I don't know if I've lost weight. I don't know. I can't even tell anymore, to be honest. Can't tell. I don't know. Have I lost weight or have I put on weight? God knows. Still got man boobs. Look. Gotta get rid of that. I've been doing press ups actually. Who wants me to do press ups? Who wants to see live press ups from Raj? Who wants to see live press ups? Huh? I might do a live press up show. Let's see if I can do. Yeah, I might do some press ups in a bit, just to show. Yeah, press ups. I've been doing press ups. Yeah, I might do them just to see because I don't know if I'm doing them any well. I don't know. Yeah, it is about nutrition. I've got to start going. Toxic headshot. Yeah, I've got to start going to the doctor now and finding out about nutrition because I'm so exhausted. And the thing is that what I realized, I feel so sorry for you normal people, for you peasants, because if you, Jake O'Connor's in the house, I gotta freaking how come you not modded Jake O'Connor? No, I'll have to mod him up in a bit. So basically, I always thought that, being bored and feeling lonely is quite silly. It's like, oh, what's wrong with you? Just, entertain yourself. I don't know. Sit around doing roly-polies or what? Not roly-polies, doing whatever I press. I don't know. And what I've realized, if you don't have a hobby, yeah, you can get bored very quickly. Yeah, I have not drawn for since a couple of days ago, and I'm so bored. And I've realized, even if I'm not drawing, I still have that as a way of thinking, okay, I'm bored. Let me draw. I can scribble. I mean, even here, I'm just like scribbling plans and stuff. Don't worry about, well, guess what that is? What is that? That's my master plan. My master plan. That's like the D-Day invasion plan. When I get back home, this is what I'm implementing. This. It's not a kitchen, you little pricks. I was supposed to, did you see, if you go into I'm not going back there now, but I recorded from my kitchen that I helped design, which is already. So now what I'm doing when I'm going back home, in that room that you see me live streaming from, yeah, not my bedroom. Everyone's always calling my bloody bedroom. That room isn't my bedroom. What it was my bedroom whilst my sister lived there. When she left, I then made that into my studio. The only bad thing about that studio is I have one condition that I cannot freaking well break. A bit like a bowel condition if you murdered someone or something. Which is that I can't remove that bloody bed. The bed is, when I went in there and I said, all right, can I make it into a studio and I'll move into that room? There was one condition. You've got to keep that bloody bed. And the reason being is because obviously when my sister comes around once every year, like once, somebody has to have somewhere to sleep in the spare room. So he's not even used that bloody bed. And so it's the problem with that is that that bed takes up so much space that the studio, that my so-called studio, is cramped as shit. So I'm thinking of a plan on how to keep that bloody bed and still kind of expand the studio, because I'm working now exclusively, like I said last time, I'm going bigger and not gay dunya style bigger. I'm talking about bigger in terms of paper, not bigger in terms of, you know what, that gay dunya going up to 20 inches. I'm talking about going bigger. I'm going from A1 paper to A0. No, not, yeah, darker in terms of my mind, but not darker in terms of contrast. Because I realize since I've been away, I'm a terrible artist. I've said it. Everyone can say it. I'm shit. I'm garbage. I'm just like, I draw like a freaking toddler at the moment. And I am no way capable. Basically, let me say something to you. What I'm creating at the moment is like freaking 50% of what I can do. 50%. Let me tell you something. This is so embarrassing, but I'm going to embarrass myself now. When I'm drawing at home, I am not even focused. There are times I'm drawing, I'm listening to a live stream. I've got two headphones in, one looking at a TV, watching a TV program, one listening to a live stream, and then the other one drawing the bloody thing. 3 things I'm doing at the same time. And that's the thing, yeah. If you want to be great or you want to be the best, you can't freaking do shit like that. And that's what's making me do mistakes. Every mistake I've made is because I'm distracted with freaking 50 different things I'm doing at the same time. When I go back home, I've got to just freaking focus. If I'm drawing, I'm drawing. And if I'm listening to a live stream, I can only be doing things that are very menial, like maybe, I don't know, doing an outline or something. I'm kind of like, I'm being harsh on myself because my artwork, yeah, my last drawing, I'm playing chess, you're playing Connect 4, turned into a freaking shit show. A proper shit show. But I believe God does things for a reason. Yeah, I said God. Not your freaking imaginary God. I'm talking about real God. So God does things for a reason. That drawing had to go wrong in order for me to push myself to the next level. Go bigger, not gay dunya style though. Now let me say something. Whenever I say bigger, I don't want to keep on repeating myself. I don't mean like gay dunya with his little obsession with the lulle. I'm talking about freaking bigger in terms of paper. Because I can't, like when I was doing a drawing, I'm playing chess, you're playing Connect 4, I could not do the drawing properly because the paper was too small. And I was compromising myself because I didn't want to freaking go to a bigger paper because my room is so goddamn small or my studio is so goddamn small, I couldn't fit the paper in. Like, let's think about this. The studio is so small, I can't fit that A0 paper in. So I have to, this is my plan, my strategy, like a war plan. War plan of being able to increase the size of the paper and the artwork, but at the same time, keeping that bullshit bed. That bloody bed. That bed is just giving me so much goddamn headache, but I can't freaking get rid of it because of bloody family members who want to sleep on it. Why can't I just sleep on the goddamn floor? I don't know. What's wrong with people? I don't know. All right, so let me just read a couple of comments and see what's going on. Yes. I had a sausage. Yeah, I did eat sausages actually, but vegetarian sausage. Linda McCartney. That gave me stomach upset as well. It came in looking like a sausage and it left looking like a sausage. Let's just say that. A very gooey sausage. Freaking wrecked my stomach, man. I haven't been able to eat properly or anything. The one good thing about going to my sister's place was the food. Like the kitchen's full. There's like 50,000 tins of baked beans. Everything I want is in the house. Yeah. I'm also giving they give me a little bit of cash so I can order stuff like pizza and food and everything. Guess what? I haven't been able to freaking. I ordered it and I haven't even eaten half the stuff. I ordered Indian bloody takeaway. Couldn't even eat it. I had to chuck it in the bin. Wasted like freaking 20 quid because my stomach is just freaking wrecked. All right, so let me go on to Game of Thrones for a minute, yeah? Because that freaking Game of Thrones is like messing with my head. Now, before everyone goes and, oh, Raj, stop talking about Game of Thrones. We don't know what you're talking about. Shut your mouth. Stop being such a degenerate and read it up before you come back. Yeah. Now, let me tell you about my journey with Game of Thrones. A couple of years ago, I was binge watching TV programs. Like, I don't know why I binge watched Lost in 7 days. I think I watched like freaking 18 hours of TV every day. I went mad. I was just freaking, my goggle eyes are like bulging out because I had a 7-day Netflix before I bought Netflix. And I'm not advertising. Before I got Netflix permanent because I got a thingy, I done it as a trial, and I freaking watched just Lost continuously for 7 days. Now, if you know how many episodes of Lost there are, you'll be like, okay, that's 1 hour per episode in 7 days. There's X, Y, Z. And I'm talking about like I was eating as I was watching Lost. I was pooing as I was watching Lost. I was freaking God, everything, man. I was just like Lost mad. And so I watched that. So yeah, Netflix is shit, I know. But then basically, that was the first program I binge watched. So then I binge watched Breaking Bad. Big up to Breaking Bad as well. And so when you start binge watching these programs, you get very addictive. Now, the program after Breaking Bad, like Breaking Bad is like up there as one of the greats. And Lost is up there as one of the greats. But Lost, yeah, messed up on the end. Next madness. Still don't really understand exactly what's happened in Lost, but I still don't really. It's some bullshit about purgatory, or no, it's not even about purgatory. It's some freaking they went to a left, far. I don't know, the left, then they went to the right, then they went freaking up, down, set off a nuclear bomb. Then the freaking event never happened. Then they were all met up when they're all dead in heaven. Some bullshit story. Like I don't know what they were talking about. So basically, when they did that, I got used to series sort of derailing at the end. Then I watched Breaking Bad, and Breaking Bad was consistently great all the way through. Then one of the series I started watching was Game of Thrones. Now, the thing about Game of Thrones was that whereas those two, Sopranos as well, yeah, I thought the ending was great. When it comes to that program, it had me hooked from the beginning, yeah. And that program was a program that never let me down until the last 2 seasons. Like every season, I mean, there was slightly weaker seasons, blah blah blah, but 72 Virgin Goats in the house, Angela Murnahan, yeah. So basically, the standard was so high for every season, yeah. Next level of standard. If anyone watches Game of Thrones and just thinks it's a porn show like that freaking Darwan man, that gutter-dwelling degenerate, then you're freaking mad. Yeah, there is a lot of tits and ass. There's no doubt about that. But that's life, isn't it? What can you do? So basically, the story was adapted for TV by two guys called, I forgot it, Benioff and Wise. I don't know what their freaking name now is. God knows. Those two, guess what they had written before? I only realized recently, X-Men Wolverine's Origins. They writ that bullshit movie. Yeah. I didn't even know that until people started telling me now that they wrote that freaking bullshit, bloody well, bullshit X-Men Wolverine Origins. Now, I didn't know they had written that film, but that is one of the worst films superhero. I'm a massive Wolverine fan. Yeah. Massive Wolverine fan. So they destroyed that. But I never heard that. Yeah. Then what happened was that they done this show. First 5 seasons, 6 seasons, 7, actually up to season 6, I thought was great still. Was brilliant. Yeah. Some things about. So basically, for all you nerds, you all know what the story is. Yeah. To you cool guys or you low IQ degenerates, you won't understand that. Oh my God, there's freaking Islamic text everywhere. Oh no. Someone's hijacked and destroyed my freaking thing. Look, what does it say? Does it say big up the Kuffar, we run things in Arabic? It better say that. Big up the Kuffar, we run things in Arabic. All right. Where did that come from? Yeah, someone's writing big up the Kuffar, we run things in Arabic. Yeah, crazy, man. All right, fair enough. But something, yeah. So, it's back. I don't know why, yeah. Whenever I see it, I get scared. Is that bad to say that? Oh, you're mad you're having that freaking writing on the black flag. R. Kelly? What is R. Kelly doing that bullshit for? Why aren't you just pissing over women like you normally do, you little prick? You know, he's on there freaking bombarding my thing. I'm gonna start getting rid of these guys. I bet it's that freaking, what's his name? Could be that Mohin Khan, because it seems like something he would do. Can people just keep on deleting that freaking mad thing that that guy try? Yeah, this looks like something Thingy would. This is gonna be yeah. So people could just whenever that crazy writing turns out, just hit the freaking hide or delete. R. Kelly, yeah. Go and piss on another girl, whatever you do normally. I don't know what you do. So basically, there's a guy called George R. Martin. He was the individual that wrote Game of Thrones. Yeah, it was called A Song of Ice and Fire, though. So before everyone starts running to the local library, if we've got any left, I had a crazy dream. I don't know whether to say this, man. I don't know. Should I tell you my dream? I feel bad about saying it because everyone say, "Raj, you're an Islamophobe. Raj, you're an." They really think I'm an Islamophobe. But I had a dream. It's not even that bad actually. I don't know why I had this dream, but who wants to hear my dream? I don't know if I should say it though. Who wants to hear my dream? I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel like saying it unless. Oh, you hate Muslim, don't you, Raj? Shut your mouth, you freaking degenerate. I love my Muslim brothers and sisters. Yeah, I said it. I love everybody. But I hate them as well. I hate everybody as well. Not just Muslim, everybody. I have a love-hate relationship with humanity. So, yeah, Angela Murnahan says, tell us. So basically, I was dreaming and you know, sometimes you have these dreams that are very realistic. I woke up and I still wasn't sure if the dream was real. I was walking down the road of my local area. I'm not going to say anything. And we've had this library there for the last, since I've been born. I've always remembered the library being there. So you could tell, just so that you understand. Oh, look, just so you understand, there's been a library where I live since I've been born. I used to go there and do my homework and all that kind of bullshit, blah, blah, blah. But for some reason, in my dream, the library turned to a mosque. I don't know whether I had a premonition, like some premonition. Please just don't turn that library into anything. Like you've got to drive everyone. For some reason, I'm walking down the road, and instead of the library being there, is some giant mega mosque. I don't know whether I was getting paranoid. Yeah, it was a bloody nightmare. I was like, oh my god, no, not the freaking library, not the library. Leave my library alone. So I know everyone's going to go, oh, wow, you're an Islamophobe. Bad. I don't want anything replacing that bloody library. I mean, a library is somewhere to read books and stuff, even though I don't read books. So it was a kind of, it might have been a premonition. Maybe I'm the new Nostradamus or something. And if anyone doesn't know what Nostradamus, so basically, let's go back to the books. George R. Martin, yeah, he wrote or has written the Game of Thrones series, yeah. And one of the things is, Patio Matthews, just get out of it, you little prick. Why are you watching me, you degenerate? I'm not asking you to watch me. Get lost if you think I'm boring. Move on. So basically, when it comes to the Game of Thrones, you've got the book. It's called a Song of Ice and Fire. Yeah. And what happened? I'm actually going to boot him myself. Let's boot him. Make it a bit more fun for you. I'll block you. How do you feel about that, Patty, off you little prick? You're blocked. Does that make it more interesting for you? So basically, the books are written. And he's been writing that bloody book for God knows how long. I'm not going to argue about the artistic merit of spending 30 years writing a book, because as an artiste, things do take time, does take time to write, and especially with such a complicated story. But what's happened is that because the books are still being written, and no, I haven't written those. I've not read those books. I don't read books. I don't know what it is about books. I don't like books. I know someone's going to say, oh, Raj, you're freaking low IQ prick. I don't know what it is with books. I can't read them. So basically, he's still writing the books, yeah? Unfortunately, the show was still going on, and they had no more material left from the books. So when you watch season 1 to 5, the series, the dialogue between characters, Henrietta Hedgehog as well, and everything like that is like spot on. Yeah, everything is spot on. Everything, yeah, is great. There are a few problems here and there. Slowly, because the books are not written now, they had to start only getting a slight frame, like a framework of what's going to happen. So you started seeing the series slowly degenerate. Yeah. My favorite season, weirdly, is actually season 6. So I know people are going to say, well, Rod, season 6, they freaking didn't have no books. But they still had quite a good understanding of the characters and basically a basic framework. It's got 2 of my favorite episodes called Hold the Door and Battle of the Bastards. And in season 5, one of my favorite episodes, which is Hard Home. And so what's happened now is that when it hit season 7, things started sliding down. I was like, okay, there's a problem here. The show seems to have gone a bit weird. Characters are acting out of character. Storylines are not being kind of finalized properly. They seem to be going off on a tangent. Could you occasionally go back to drawing and replying to comments on previous streams? Could you occasionally go back to drawing and replying to comments on previous streams? I don't know what that means, 72 virgin goats. I think. And so, Colin's here. I better not say he's gay, though. I refuse to say, because it's out of order every time Colin comes and I say he's gay. Gotta stop doing that. I'm never gonna call him gay anymore. I'm never gonna mention that he's gay. No, I won't. I refuse, because that's making him into a one-dimensional person. That all he is gay. I saw a little bit of your live stream with that rat. I need to watch it. You was having some kind of chat with that rat about I don't know what it was about. He was saying you're going to hell or something. Yeah, I think he was saying you're going to hell. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you're going to hell as you little freaking ratty boy. You haven't really done anything good yourself. So yeah, they were saying that. Yeah, oh my god, thanks for watching. Yeah, I didn't see the whole thing because I fell asleep halfway through because I was but I jumped on there and I had a look. I was like, oh my god, I could hear that freaking little rat boy's freaking voice. Has he changed a bit? Really? I guarantee you, when he goes back to the park, which he will, like the plague, he'll come back. When he comes back to the park, he will just behave exactly the same way. When you're low IQ, like Rat Boy, you cannot control your emotions. You can't control your emotions. He's gonna be. All right, yeah. Oh, okay, 72 virgin goats. He's not a well man. That's a freaking understatement. He's not a well rat. So basically, let me quickly go back to the Game of Thrones so I can finish that little bit. So the last couple of seasons, and then season 6 was still great in my opinion, although a little bit off. Season 7 was okay, mediocre, yeah. And because they run out of book material, they then had to shorten the seasons from 10 episodes down to 7 for season 7, and the last season, which is now, to only 6 episodes, each one around an hour and 15 minutes on average. The problem with this is that because they should have had one more season, characters are behaving totally out of character, doing crazy things, yeah, that their character wouldn't have done just the freaking season before. Now, let me say something to anyone who likes Game of Thrones, yeah. I still think Game of Thrones is the best series ever made, but the ending is just a shit show of a disaster. Because what they've done is they've made characters that have behaved in particular ways all the way through the seasons, now behaving either totally the opposite or in a way that kind of contradicts their moral beliefs. So one of the things is, before everyone starts saying, oh, Rod, you spoiled Game of Thrones, Daenerys, the Dragon Queen, and yeah, I know people are going to say, oh, Rod, you're talking about Dragon Queens like they're real. Well, you talk about freaking Phil Mitchell and that freaking Barbara Windsor like they really own a pub. So don't talk to me, you pricks. There's no freaking bloody pub, whatever that pub is called, the Queen Vic. You talk about that like it's real. I have people having conversations about the Queen Vic. Oh, look what happened to freaking Phil Mitchell. Look what happened to that freaking Grant and all that kind of stuff. Sharon, I don't know what the names are. And so I can talk about this. Just because it's got dragons in there, it doesn't mean it's any less serious in that way. So, no urban analysis. Daenerys gone mad like her dad. All right. The story, yeah, would make sense, yeah. Let me say something to you. The story of her going mad is not the problem. Her going mad is not the problem. Her father and mother were brother and sister. You know, if you're talking about like inbreeding, I think that's on the next level of madness. So her mother and brother, mother and father, a bit like Yuvan Van Damme's mother and father, were brother and sister in some way. They're probably cousin brother and sister, but they were brother and sister. Yeah. So when you start marrying your own thingy, so the family line has become mad over the time because they're inbreeding, and they're Targaryens as well. But what the problem is this, is that just 2 seasons ago, yeah, 3 seasons ago, that bloody dragon, Jacaerys, I think it was, went over and burnt a little young boy to death, yeah? A little young boy was on a hill, and Jacaerys, I think it was, I don't know, where was he? I forgot their names now, not Jacaerys, that's how you say it. Basically, the dragon killed a little boy, and guess what Daenerys did? She was so pissed off, she got that bloody dragon, the other two dragons that were still around, because there was three of them, and she freaking locked it up. Drogon. She locked the bloody dragon up because she was so angry that the dragon, yeah, had killed a little boy. Now what is she doing in season 8? She's riding around like a freaking lunatic, burning everybody. Children, mothers, pregnant women. You name it, everybody's getting toasted. That's from 3 seasons. She's gone from that to that. What I'm trying to say about Game of Thrones is this. The end points, yeah, about Daenerys going mad, I have no issue with. But it's the journey to her going mad is like literally like last episode she's normal and now she's a freaking lunatic over one episode. Like literally gone beast mode and everybody. So I have no understanding of what the writing is. The only thing I can think is they just wanted to get rid of this particular program and they just wanted to freaking go over and finish the series off. Let me tell you something, you Van Damme, you little prick. Indians spend most of it. Let me just say something. You Van Damme says Indians spend most of their time obsessed with Pakistanis. Listen here, you little prick. Your country was raped. Your people were murdered. Approximately 2 million Bengalis were either killed or raped. But guess who? Guess who? Guess who? Have a guess. Who went into your country and raped and murdered nearly 2 million people? Who do you think? Your Pakistani brothers! Oh, they're so lovely. You know when they're coming over with the AK-47s and bayoneting our women, raping the young girls. They're so lovely. Let's just forgive and forget. So this is the degeneracy of you, Van Damme, especially. Because he's now saying the past is the past. Let me ask you something then, you prick. What the British done in India, is that the past now? What the British done with the Bengal famine, is that the past now? Yes or no? Is that the past now? What the British done with the Bengal famine, where 2 million people died of starvation, is that now the past? Or is it because they're your Muslim brothers? Let me say something to you, the Bengalis here. If it wasn't for the Indians, and especially the Sikh regiments as well, coming in and saving your ass, your country would be freaking literally nothing. It'll be like a freaking full of just cockroaches. They would have demolished that country. So for people that don't understand, and I've gone off a bit, but let's go on to this now. A bit like the way Daenerys, let's get Game of Thrones into this as well. Like Daenerys, who went over to King's Landing and freaking destroyed the place. And she then also, on top of that, the soldiers went in there and started raping and pillaging innocent civilians. This is what Pakistan done in 1972 to East Pakistan. So for people that don't understand, India, before the British come, were made up of lots of different principalities, like princely principalities, different kingdoms. The Sikhs had their own kingdom, loads of different places with different religions and the Hound. I'll talk about the Hound. Big up to the Hound though. I love that scene actually. I did like the scene. So basically, you had India, and India then was split into 2 separate countries. India, and then you had Pakistan. Pakistan was then split again because you had a landmass in the middle. So you had East Pakistan, which is now Bangladesh, and you had West Pakistan, which is Pakistan, main. What happened was that the Pakistanis, didn't like the Bengalis. They looked at Bengalis as lower than them. And the reason they saw them as lower than them is because they never really saw them as Indians. a lot of Pakistanis consider themselves not to be from the Indian subcontinent. A bit like, that guy, what's his name? All these other guys, oh, we're like Arabs, or we're this, or we're that, or we're this. They don't want to accept that their DNA is as much Indian as somebody from Bangladesh. And so they've always looked down at Bengalis. People like Yuvan Van Dam, yeah, he said to me, yeah, myself, and this is a very interesting to show people's mindsets. When I was growing up, there was not many Bengalis in my school. There was hardly any Sikhs. There was only me and one or two other, yeah. Majority were Pakistanis. Let me tell you how Pakistanis used to cuss other Pakistanis. Guess what they used to say? You are a Bengali. That's how they used to run each other, yeah? So that shows you, when I was growing up, the level they would see Bengalis at. What the reason, I never really understood what the beef was, yeah? I never knew what the beef was until I grew up. Then I started realizing that the Bengalis here have been mistreated by Pakistanis on the next level of madness. You think, let me tell you something here. A Pakistani would treat a Sikh better than he would a Bengali. And do you know how I know that? Because they did it with me. Think about this, yeah? When I was growing up, a Pakistani, yeah, would treat Sikhs better than Bengalis because they saw us as the same race. We're all Punjabis, we're from North India, whereas they see Bengalis as lower than them. And so what happened was that in 1972, from 1949 until 1972, there was a lot of pressure from West Pakistan, which is Pakistan today, that wanted to make East Pakistan, which is now Bangladesh. They wanted to make them into Punjabi or Urdu speaking people. They speak Bengali, yeah, which is a different dialect. And so they wanted to make East Pakistan into basically a glorified mini Pakistan. And they wanted to ethnically cleanse people like Yuvan Van Dam. They wanted to ethnically cleanse Bengalis like Yuvan Van Dam, like Go Live, like all of these people. They went into that country in 1972, not 1772, 1972, only 50 or so years ago, and they killed, remember, Pakistani Muslims, yeah, went into Bangladesh and they slaughtered this man's people. Women, children, raping, murdering, yeah, nearly 2 million. Just think about, yeah, the level of savagery you've got to go to be able to murder a population of civilians up to nearly 2 million. Yeah. Now, guess who saved Bangladesh or East Pakistan? Have a guess. Who do you think came in and saved those sorry asses? Who saved the sorry asses of Bangladesh? Guess who? Look at the picture of them signing the peace treaty with Pakistan. Who is the general signing the peace treaty? It's a Singh. It's a Sikh. India, as much as I'm anti-Indian, went in there and they freaking saved their sorry asses. Yeah? They went in there and they saved their sorry asses. Otherwise, I'm telling you, Bangladesh would be right now, Yuvan Van Dam, all of these people would not be in the UK. Yuvan Van Dam would be boot polishing a Pakistani master's feet. He'd be shoe shining or blowing one of them off if it was someone like Gay Dunya. So the thing is, this is the problem with a lot of these Bengalis. They have a very short attention span when it comes to atrocities of fellow Muslims. But when it comes to the British, oh no, I don't care if it's 500,000 years ago, yeah, we will never forgive. But when it comes to Pakistan, because it's their Muslim brothers, yeah, he's forgiven and forgotten in 50 years. What I'm trying to explain with this year, I'm not going to show you that one crime is worse than the other. All of these crimes from humanity, yeah, every nation, every people have done them. I'm not saying Pakistan is any worse than Britain. I'm not saying Pakistan is any worse than anywhere else. What I am saying is this: be consistent. If you're going to condemn the British Empire, condemn the atrocities of the Pakistani government or the Pakistanis against your people just 50 years ago. I condemn the British and I condemn the Mughals. Both of those occupations were from invading forces who both of them committed atrocities against my people. I'm consistent. Do I think one's worse than the other? Damn right I do. When it comes to the Islamic conquest of India, for me, that is definitely worse than the British invasion of India. Because that lasted for 800 years and it resulted in like 150 million people killed or put to the sword in the name of religion. A lot of people are being murdered. Now, one of the things is that when I go Speaker's Corner, I will be... Oh, Modi's on here. Bloody Modi. Oh, Nick K's on it. So, Chokaida, Narendra Modi. I don't like Modi, that prick. Sorry, dude. I don't like him. I know the Sikhs that support him because this is one of the things that confuses me. There are Sikhs in India that are part of the BJP party. And the BJP does not support Sikhs. It supports Sikhs who believe they're Hindus. So they don't support us because I have nothing against my Hindu brothers. Yeah. But we're not Hindus. And this is what BJP wants to do. He wants to merge all the dharmic faiths into one group that are all the same. And we're not. Oh, so what is it? What is it? Kid? I don't know what it says. Or maybe it's something else. Yeah, so basically you have a lot of hypocrisy because even Adnan Ratshit, yeah, I call him Ratshit, he's done a couple of videos I need to watch, but I'll be honest with you, I had diarrhea. I don't need to hear diarrhea. I don't need to see more diarrhea coming out of a man's mouth when I've got it coming out my backside. So the thing is, with that individual, he's done a couple of videos. Just the title of them is pissing me off. The titles are like, go to Adnan Rashid thing. The title is like, why Aurangzeb is misunderstood. Yeah. Now, for anybody that doesn't understand why that title is controversial, it's because Aurangzeb, yeah, always spit, was one of the Islamic conquerors who, under his reign, committed some of the most savage and barbaric crimes against humanity. Yeah. Killing on an unprecedented scale in the name of religion. There were different Islamic conquerors who came in that were not so oppressive, but they still tried to pay that bullshit jizya. And what do I say about the jizya? I pay that bullshit jizya, you're mad. No, I'm not paying it. Yeah, so they tried to make people pay it, and they were forcing that bullshit jizya all over freaking India. And in the beginning, they didn't even give people the chance to pay it. They would just say, okay, you're going to convert or you're dead. Because Hindus, yeah, at that time there was no Sikhs. Hindus were not seen as people of the book, but were seen as freaking pagans. Oh, big up Raindrop. Big up Raindrop. So Raindrop, I'm not doing no lot more live streams from my freaking thingy. I'll go on to Manny's on Friday. I just been unwell, man. Been unwell. Can you do me a favor? Before Friday, try and watch, because I'm going to try and watch it myself so I can talk about it. What's it? Do yourself a favor and start watching the Americans. All right. Yeah, so Raindrop, can you watch the video if you could of Adnan Ratchit talking about why Aurangzeb is misunderstood? Because I'm going to watch that as well, and I want to have a chat about that. Yeah. Yeah, I can't stand that. He's such a freaking liar, man. I swear to God. I swear to God. When I go back to Speaker's Corner, God knows, I'm freaking pissed off, man. When I do go back, I'm going to have a little word with that guy. So basically, Aurangzeb is, if you're to rate one of the worst oppressors in history, and you might say Hitler, you might say Stalin, you might say, the Mongols, Aurangzeb will be in there. To non-Muslims, Aurangzeb is like our Hitler. And for someone like Adnan Rashid, whose own people were cowards and were probably colluders with the government of the time, to be going, oh yeah, these guys are great, they were misunderstood. Oh, when they were going around, slaughtering people and forcing them to convert, destroying temples, doing this, killing. I mean, if you understand the history of the Sikhs, you'll understand why the Sikhs in particular have a freaking a real hatred, or not necessarily say hate. Yeah, I say I have a hatred for that guy because he's committed some of the most amount of crimes against the Sikhs, in particular, in my opinion, because we fought back and he wanted to punish us for kind of standing up to him. So when you're looking at Sikh history, you will see a lot of stories that mention Aurangzeb and how he ordered or was behind a lot of the atrocities against the Sikhs. One of the atrocities that, I wonder whether Adnan Ratchit will kind of condone. And I know what he's going to say. He's going to say, well, it wasn't Aurangzeb, it was his general. And I forgot, what's his freaking general's name again, man? It was his general that ordered it. But at the end of the day, if you're in control, your general has to take orders from someone as well. He doesn't just or the governor of Punjab. And I've forgotten his name now, man. I freaking always remember that guy's name. But so if you look at this, I don't want to show the drawing actually. I'll show it for a second. No, I won't show it because I'm ranting and raving. So basically, he ended up ordering the execution of the 10th Guru's two youngest sons. One was 6 and one was 8. And so, Chote Sahibs are there. And he ordered the execution of them. And the reason he executed them at 6 and 8, guess why? Have a guess why he executed them. Why do you think? Because they didn't convert to Islam. He bricked them alive, and at 6 and 8, they become the youngest martyrs within the Sikh faith. So think about that. And this guy is the guy that's kind of like bigging him up and go, yeah, you're wrong about this guy. No, I'm not wrong about him. Sergio Tachani. I've got loads of these freaking Sergio Tachani. Is this even a brand name? I don't know. I've got loads of them at home. Yeah, 6 and 9. Yeah. 6 and 8, I mean. All right, I need to go now because it's been over. I think I'm freaking still ill, man. So where's Bullet? Bullet! Oh yeah, the Hound. Let me say something about Game of Thrones. Let me say something about the episode that just went by here. When I was watching it, I was enjoying it. I was watching it, I was like, oh yeah, this is a fun episode. But when the episode was over, so I'm talking about Game of Thrones again, I keep going back. But when the episode was over, I don't know, man, it just felt weird. It'll probably be a bit like if Colin, had a one night stand with Rat Boy, and then woke up in the next morning and saw his little whiskers sitting beside him, and he's like, "Oh, I made a mistake. This wasn't as good as I thought." So yeah, I don't know. Sorry about that, Colin. I don't want to put that into people's minds, but it felt like that kind of like you made a mistake the next morning. It's like, oh my god, like what was going on? Because I went to sleep on it. I was watching it. I was actually at the edge of my seat. I was like, yeah, this is a wicked. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god. And I was like, oh my god, this person's gonna die. But like I said, sorry, Colin, the only analogy I can give at the moment is like it was a bit like Colin got drunk and Rat Boy took advantage of him. Colin enjoyed himself at the time because he was drunk, but when he woke up and then turned to the side and saw Rat Boy's little whiskers, he then felt sick. That's how I felt about Game of Thrones when I was watching it. I was having a great time, and then when it ended, I was like, oh no, this is not what I wanted. So yeah, it was very, 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 very. And the more I think about it, the more I'm kind of pissed off about it, to be honest with you. Because Daenerys, like she wouldn't freaking fry everybody like that. She's like she wouldn't fry everyone like that. That's crazy. She wouldn't do civilians. She has killed people. Don't get me wrong. She's killed people, no doubt about that. She's executed them. They're normally slave masters. They're normally people that are she gives a chance to by saying, "Look, here you go. I'm gonna give you an opportunity. Bend the knee, and yeah, I'll try and watch the Americans if I can. So bend the knee, blah blah blah, and maybe I'll give you a chance. Not freaking running there with a freaking gigantic giant busting everything up, freaking children burning. I've got to say here, the guy that directs the show, he's done Hard Home, my favorite episode, one of my favorite episodes. He's done Battle of the Bastards, my favorite episode. He done The Long Night. Even though The Long Night was bullshit, the directing was great, but it was too dark, but it was still great. And this one had some amazing freaking effects, blood and gore on a next level, children getting burned alive, freaking old biddies getting freaking munched up. I don't know if I made that up, but basically there was a lot of blood and guts in that. But that doesn't take away from the fact that Tyrion has turned into a freaking degenerate. Like, how can you have a character that is well renowned for his level of intelligence, and then within a season he's turned into a freaking who's TA? Shut your mouth, you little prick! I'm gonna block you. Why are you attacking our gay Shia for? I'm gonna block you. Explain yourself, TA. If you're blocked, the next comment you make, let's see what he says. Go on then, you little prick! Make my day! Yeah, I don't care about Star Wars anyway. I gave up after The Last Jedi, that bullshit movie. I've never been a massive Star Wars fan anyway, but I enjoyed it. But when it comes to The Last Jedi and that freaking Rian Johnson, that lunatic, making bloody well some of the most maddest decisions about Luke. This is the thing. When you watched The Last Jedi and you saw what is it called? Oh yeah, I thought TA was one of my boys. Yeah, TA, I thought you was you. All right, I'll give you a chance. Okay, but be a bit kind to Colin. He's gay, you know. Did I mention he's gay? I don't think I did. I think I forgot to say he's gay, but he's gay. So don't be horrible to him. He has enough hate as it is. Yeah, but don't use that word as well, man. Come on, bro. Just on my streams, because I feel bad for Colin for people to be abusing him like that. Just say that he's gay or he likes up the backside or he likes to, I don't know, suck off rat face or whatever. I don't mind stuff like that, but don't, just leave that word. I find that word offensive. I used to say that word all the time. Oh, Banksy's in the house. Big up, big up, big up, big up. Mr. Roly Poly himself. The original Roly Poly's back. Yeah. Now Mr. Amaraz is the roly-poly now, freaking fat prick. Yeah, on Friday, I'm not doing no live streams on my channel. I'll tell you what, Banksy Star, I have to admit one thing, yeah. Big up, and I give props to people that do live streams on Google Hangouts, yeah. Oh, is it what's Jordan M? What was it? What were they talking about in Jordan M's? Is it recent? Because I watched a little bit, I got bored. Is there anything I need to watch out for? Oh, I need to. Well, maybe you can analyze. Oh yeah, we're doing analysis of it on Friday on Manny's show. Was it? Oh, so there's a good little live stream. I might watch that when I'm feeling a bit better. I'm gonna be honest with you, Banksy. I'm not surprised they're talking about Islam. This is Jordan M. You're talking about. The M stands for Muslim. Jordan Muslim. You have to understand. I don't think I've ever heard him talk about anything else. So he's getting very very yeah, he's getting quite involved in the next level. Like, you know, he's very, 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 very focused. I'm not going to say anything bad about him. Jordan Muta. Yeah, you're right, actually. Muta. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. Now, I'm going to warn the Shia brothers, yeah, the Muta brothers. When I go Speaker's Corner and I'm back at Speaker's Corner and I see the Muta brothers, the amount of Muta that I'm going to be shouting, yeah, is going to be next level of madness. You're going to be seeing serious debates, like, you know, Shia Blade Runner talking about something with like Adnan Rashid, and then there's somebody in the background, which is going to be me going, "Oh, how's the Muta going? How's the Muta going? How's the Muta going?" I can't wait. That's one of the things I've been waiting to do since I've been back, but I'm not going to be able to go back. Oh, Autism Dad's back. Oh, big up Autism Dad. Yeah, Sarah Lipper's second coming. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's kind of weird, like how people become so. Uh, what is it? They can become so kind of like. But it's like anything that's new. You know, like when you're a kid, you get a new toy or something. The first week or so, you're going crazy, and then within a kind of like a week, you just chuck the toy under the bin or something. Like you forget about it. And maybe that's what I think a lot of people that find religion, they go crazy in the beginning, and then they slowly start to, you know, become a bit more rational. But then again, I'll be honest with you, I think the only thing that doesn't really apply to for some reason is the converts of Islam. They seem to never get bored. Like they get more fervent as they go along. So I don't know. Maybe that analysis isn't right. Um, oh, I was just saying in the text, I'm here to make murtads. What is a murtad? Is that another form of mutaya? Is it muta? Do you know what mutai? I call it Matai. Matai is sweets in Punjabi. So what's a mortad? Oh, there's a good on Friday. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. On Manny's show, we're talking about the snip snip. We're talking about the snip snip on Friday's show. We're talking about the snip snip on Friday's show. Yes, I'm warning you. A lot of lulla talk, a lot of foreskin talk, a lot of foreskins in jars, a lot of foreskins being used for cleaning cloths and all that kind of stuff. Foreskin leftovers. So watch on Friday. The reason being, there's been a there was a article written on the BBC about people that had circumcision as they're older being extremely depressed, and some of them actually, even one guy actually even killed himself. Which Tiber Tap says, which character do you want on the throne for Game of Thrones last episode? I'm not even. I don't know, man. I'm just like, I don't really care. I mean, this is the saddest thing about Game of Thrones. I've gone from somebody that was obsessed to being, I don't really care. And if it's Arya, I'll be bloody pissed. Not because I'm sexist. Before everyone goes, oh, you don't like it because she's a girl and she's young. She's a young woman. She can't. Well, no. because she doesn't deserve to be the on the thingy. If these feminazis, let me say something to you. Nearly every program is being ruined by you bloody feminazis. Making movies totally unrealistic. You know, a woman running around freaking punching up a 6'5" man, and she's only like bloody like 5 foot, weighs next to nothing. And you know, she's got no superpowers or nothing like that. So yeah. Sansa, no cousin marriage, Tiber Cap. Oh, I think you said Sansa and John. No, we don't do cousin marriage here. Am I Muslim yet? Does it look like it? It's still got my freaking foreskin, you prick. Unless you've seen something different. So yeah, basically, on Friday we're gonna talk about an apostate kafara thing. So on Friday we're gonna talk about circumcision. Yes, about circumcision. Because the BBC done an article that circumcision caused people had it, especially done when they're older, and even people that done it when they're little kids, has traumatized them. And it's an unnecessary procedure, which, if it's not, let me say something to you. If you're doing it for religious reasons, okay, all right, fair enough, do whatever you want, whatever you want. If you want to snip your little love, do that shit. But when you're doing it, yeah, at a particular age, when they're like freaking babies, that's wrong. I do need to ask Jordan M if he's still got the foreskin. Because you're not, let me say something to any converts to Islam, yeah? And I'm not saying the word revert. You're freaking crazy, I'm going to say the word revert. Converts, if you haven't had the snip, you have not committed yet. You're not a real Muslim, in my opinion. That's why I didn't speak to that deep or Abid. I'd come up to Raj, just talk. I said, have you had a snip yet? And he did not have it. So to me, you're not committed until you do that. Because once you've done that, it's a bit like a transgender person. Until they snip the lulla, we're not sure if they're definitely that committed. Yeah. Same with somebody that becomes a convert. If they slip the thingy, you know they're dedicated. So we need to start weeding out the imposters, yeah. And I've got a feeling there's a lot of imposters. Yeah, no commitment, man. No commitment. Until they do that, they're not committed. So I need to find out who. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of guys at the yeah, and I disagree with that as well, Sam M. All circumcision is wrong for children. If you want to circumcise and the kid is like maybe a little bit older and they can make a decision about it, okay, I can't stop somebody from making a decision. Yeah, you're right, Banksy Style. Banksy Style has got no foreskin. Last time I heard, his foreskin was like on some, I don't know, some kind of little grave somewhere, just sitting there kind of weeping for his owner. Is that true? Your little foreskin somewhere in Iran? Is that true? I heard they've got it in a museum somewhere. I don't know. Foreskin of museum, a museum of foreskins. Yes, on Friday, I want to talk about that obviously because they got the thingy on thingy, and surgical training. You don't need surgical training to chop the freaking foreskin off, do you? I've seen some of them bloody buy it off or something. How do you know, babyface assassin, you little prick? Have you had it in your mouth? Sounds like you have. All right, so I need to go now. I'm kind of bullet. Well, let me get Gucci here as well because Gucci needs to. Gucci hasn't done anything today. Let's get Gucci over. Come on, Gucci. Say hello to everyone. Come on, because I need to go. I'm not feeling well. Say hello. No, you Okay. Hey, Gucci. Now, Bullet's going to get angry when I do this. But, Bullet, you're too dangerous to freaking have sit on there. Dance, sort of. Dance. Nut. Nut. Is this animal cruelty to do this? I don't know if it's animal cruelty. I'm trying to make him dance. Right. Yeah, hello. Hello. No, let me say something to you, Banksy. This dog was a nightmare around. If you saw this dog 2 years ago, there was no way you could hold him like this. It's just old. It's not a good dog. Don't think this is a good dog. It's just old. A year and a half ago, you couldn't even hold this dog without freaking scratching you and going mad. And now because it's old, it doesn't do anything. So don't give it praise. You don't praise someone for being old. Yeah. You don't praise someone for being old. Oh, look who's here. Yeah, let's get another let's block another. I'm gonna start blocking people actually. There's no one to block. Yeah, so we don't praise something. If you saw an old person on a bench and they were like dribbling and not doing anything, you wouldn't go over to them and say, "Oh, look how well behaved you are." You'd be like, "Oh, he's very old. He doesn't know what he's doing." This is what this is. You can't tell the age. This is like a 12-year-old dog, and it doesn't do anything. Not because it's well behaved, just because it's freaking old. You're just old, Bullet. You're useless now. You're useless. Look, useless. Doesn't freaking do anything. Okay, Bullet's now getting angry. Are you angry, Bullet? All right. So he's very, very and then there's the other two here. Yeah. Have you got anything to say for your supporters? Anything to say? Let me say something to you. Don't be scared of the black dog. The black dogs are the best. Look. Oh, so the reason I don't put Bullet on my knee, why do you think? He's unpredictable. He'll probably freaking bite my bloody big nose off or something. I don't know. He can get kind of a little bit agitated when you try picking him up. You shouldn't. With him, don't pick him up. That's the one thing. You have little things about certain dogs. Don't do. And one of the things, he doesn't like to be picked up. So trust me. And I know you don't want me to get ravaged online by a freaking staff. But I'm not doing that bullshit. Why is the black one unpredictable? The white one isn't. So basically, it's quite good. This white one isn't a full staff. Yeah. This one isn't a full staff. And so this and staffs are can be a little bit temperamental. And the thing is, Bullet is young. Bullet is only around 6 years old, or 7. No, actually, no, not 6. Maybe around 7 years old. And Gucci is around 11 years old. And in dog years, Gucci is pretty much on death's door. Yeah, people don't like me saying it, but yeah, Gucci, you've only got maybe like another year left, something like that. So when it comes to Gucci, she's a female. She's older. She's almost dead. She's only got like maybe a year left. And then Bullet is younger. He's a male, and we know certain things about Bullet. One of them is don't pick him up, like from underneath his stomach. He can get angry. So now let me say something to you. He wouldn't bite me. He's never bitten me. I don't think the chance of him biting me are going to be very minimal. But I do not want to put that dog in that position, because guess what? Bullet. If you bite me, I'm putting you down. Yeah, I've said it. If you bite me, I'm putting you down. Yeah. So, I don't know if that's a bad thing. All right. Well, I don't know. Let me just say, if the dog ended up killing me, or no, let me just say something. If I know a dog here doesn't like to do something, I then grab it and I do that and I get bitten, am I at fault or is the dog at fault? It's like going into a lion's den and like putting your head in between their jaws and thinking, oh, I don't know, you know, and then suddenly it bites your goddamn head off, and then you're like, oh my god, that lion's such a savage. So for me, yeah, but if he does, I don't want to have to put under that freaking pressure. Yeah, Jutka style. No. I wouldn't do it. I'll get somebody else to do it, like, you know, through an injection or something. I don't know how to kill them. But yeah, I'm not letting him bloody well. I'm not going to get him in that kind of trouble. You know I'm a snitch already. Everyone knows I'm a snitch. If he bit me, do you think I'm not going to tell the freaking the veterinarians and the police who bit me? I'll be pointing the finger straight away, like, it was him. It was him. It was him. It was him. And next thing you know, he'll be taken away. And he'll be bloody well put under the put to sleep or something. So if you do make, if you make so much eye contact with Raspberry, he calls you racist. I've not been freaking. I've watched the video with him and Steve. I need to watch that. Let me read a couple of comments, then I need to go because I'm actually I don't want to give too much information away, but I feel like let's say my stomach is playing up. I don't want to do a live on air stream. Yeah, a stream of something else though. First ever live poop stream. My stomach is freaking like going a bit crazy at the moment. I got tied up for calling someone dark, so I went back and said they were all went here. All right. Oh, why don't you give equal treatment to a darker dog? Yeah, I'm a racist. I actually treat the black dog better. I feed it more. I spend more time with it, and generally, I spend more time with Bullet anyway. Bug up, Bullet, and did it. Raj, are you in North London right now? Yes, I'm in North London. My house address is 15 Alexandra Road. What is it? N12 7PD. My house number is 0207 584 6754. I stay in the house between maybe 10 a.m. until 12 p.m. and then I go sleep. So come round whenever you want. And before everyone says, Raj, that's not really, I made it all up. Before someone turns up to that real address, I'm nowhere near there. I'm actually outside of London. And what I must be fuming at the mouth with Raj, can I come? Rush my oh God, yes, come round. I've forgotten the address though because I made it up. Big up to Rashma. Big up to Rashma. How is everything, Rashma? Where Tommy Robinson? I don't even know what's going on. I'm freaking ill. Raj's in Wales. Oh. I'm not shagging any sheep, you know, so I think you got that wrong. Raj, can I come? Yeah. I haven't seen your video. What video? What video? You're mad I'm in Essex. Do I look like an Essex boy to you? Yeah, I don't know what's happened. I'm not going to Speaker's Corner again on Sunday because I'm not. Oh, I need to go on there. You got videos on there. I need to. I've not been watching much because I've been ill, and I don't think I'm going to go Sunday because I've got too much shit. I've been away for freaking ages. I feel like drawing. I'm actually in a mood to draw, so I don't want to go Speaker's Corner for another week. Can we all come over and piss you off? You're pissing me off now, so job done. So piss off, you little prick. Yeah, Raj, you're a proper East Londoner. Yeah. Let's go bust a nut, man. Come on, let's go down to the pub. Yeah, I'm an East Londoner. Raj, did you talk to Sophia about Amraz? I've not really been in contact with Sophia Lewis. She's cheating on me. I've heard that she's run off with another fat Sikh, roly poly this time. She said I got too thin. There was no boobies to hold anymore, no gut, so she's run off. Custard creams, yeah. So Emma was claiming he's Arab ancestry. Oh, the new trial for upsetting the child rate. Oh yeah, I need to check in. I've not been checking on anything. I've just been pooping all day, like pooping. I've got freaking stomach upset. Rod, can you forgive Betty, please? I have no issue with Betty. Let me say something to you. I have no issue with Betty. I think Betty, for me, is somebody that I've always liked, but she backstabbed me very hard, and it's hard for me to kind of move past that, because when I like someone, like I said to you, let me say something. Let me explain something to people. If I genuinely like you, and then you backstab me, I can be more harsh to you than even my own enemies, because I've liked you and I felt like I, had a bit of what I call kind of rapport with you. So I've no ill will towards Betty. Betty's still somebody that I like. I still support her, and maybe we'll talk again one day. But I'm not ready at the moment, just because it's just that situation just pissed me off. I don't like the way she's being treated, though. I can tell you that straight now. I don't keep up to contact with anything at the moment. I've not been keeping up, but I have heard stuff. I'm like, yeah, it's totally out of order, man. Why are you talking to her like that? It's just totally unacceptable. So yeah, I got no problem with it. Raj, would you ever forgive Rat Boy or Modine to change their ways? Uh, Modine maybe, but Rat Boy, unless he can remove his towel and stop squeaking like a little chua, maybe, but I doubt he can do that. Yeah, trust me, Rashma. When I get that freaking Amaraz, let me say something to you guys here. How can you let that roly poly, that fat gutter dwelling roly poly turd, that degenerate, Mr. Amaraz, talk to your Muslim sisters the way he talks? I'm telling you something now. I'm shocked at how people have let Muslim brothers let that fat roly poly Mr. Amaraz talk to Rashma and talk to Zubaydah. Have you got no freaking tate? What's wrong with you? Your Muslim sisters are being abused by this guy, and he's freaking going on full freaking savage on them, disrespecting them left, right, and center. And none of you guys got any of you guys got no balls to freaking protect them or anything. No, but I've let me say something. I've seen that roly poly, that fat roly poly, that pubeless prick, write some disgusting stuff to Rashma in the comment sections, like threatening to come down and sort her out when she goes speaker's corner, being rude to her and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so trust me, that fat roly poly. In fact, if I was that little lulla, that little freaking hairless, pubeless prick, being totally out of order, even threatened the Zebedee. But what I don't understand is people are not holding him accountable. Like, if I said the same thing, towards Rashma or the Zebedee, trust me, no one would let me on their panel and they would excommunicate me, and rightly so. But for some reason, because they find that fat roly poly entertaining, they let him back onto the live stream, even though he's threatened to smack up the Zebedee, and I mean the Zubida, and I've seen him write some totally disgraceful stuff towards Rashma. Don't worry, Rashma. We'll make sure. He's always saying he's going to come down speaker's corner. Let him come down. We'll know who he is anyway, because he's got no pubes. Yeah, Raj, I'm waiting for Mr. Amraz. Yeah, big up Rashma. Rashma's going to be standing there with a velna. You know what a velna is? A velna is what you cook your chapatis with, and you start whacking him over the head with a velna. Yeah, don't worry, I'll be your bodyguard, man. Freaking, he's never gonna come down. He's scared of you, Rashma. Yeah, but Sam, when you're abusing like females to the level that, I mean, he doesn't just say like nasty stuff. He's talking about physical violence and shit, like physical violence towards these people, and they're still allowing him back on. I don't understand. Like, I understand he brings some kind of humor to the show. Oh my god, big up, big up. This is what Rashma actors. Big up Rashma actors, such a gangster, man. She said, and trust me, Raj, he will be in the hospital bed. Trust me. Yeah, yeah. Do your thing. Yeah, big up. That's what I like, man. Rashma kills it, man. She writes the best comments. I'm gonna have to admit, yeah, one of the only people's comments I have a genuine laugh with. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I just pretend to laugh, like, yeah, just for a dramatic effect. But the persons who comment are always genuinely have a laugh. If you want to see my real laugh, it's when I read Rashma's TA. Rashma goes to the park. I've met her in real life. She's a lovely person. Lovely person. Oh, look who's here! Look who's here! That bloody Armin Indian, that samosa carrying pricks back. Where you been? Humans first. Rod, when is Rashma actor going to cook me some samosas? Yeah, yeah. Oh, Rashma, cook Armin Indian a samosa. Don't worry about cooking it because he doesn't really understand the concept of hot and cold. It doesn't matter if it's hot or cold. He just won't get that. He doesn't understand the concept, you know. So what have you been doing? Let's get on Friday. Human First on Manny's show. I'm gonna give you an invite. We're doing a live stream. Jump onto the show. I need to talk to you. Rashma done it again. Rashma's beastly on it. She says to Human First after him asking her to do a samosa. Human First, never in a million years. Big up to Rashma. Yeah, don't let that little gutter-dwelling Indian prick try and force you to make some more say. What was the Muhammad Qayyum? What was the death toll count in the Game of Thrones episode? I mean, I was sitting there going, I mean, yeah, it's all right, fair enough. Yeah. Oh, the other thing that you had to mention Game of Thrones, didn't you? You had to mention Game of Thrones, and you're gonna get me to a rant. One of the other stupid things about Game of Thrones, yeah, is there's these weapons that were specifically made by this guy called Qyburn. I can't remember what his name is. He's like a mad scientist. And he made these crossbows that are the size of freaking that wide. And, you know, they were there to shoot down the dragons and blah, blah, blah. They were bigging up these crossbows like they're the greatest thing since the nuclear bomb, blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff. And what happened is just one episode before, these freaking contraptions were like being fired from a boat, which is going like this, yeah, going sideways, and they were shooting these bow and arrows, yeah, this massive arrow, like it was a freaking heat-seeking missile, like from the 21st century, where it had a heat-seeking missile, like it could just hit them. So you're sitting there going, hold on, they fired 5 shots, and 3 of them were dead hits on a moving boat. What happens the next week? You have a stationary castle, you have stationary ships, and you have a dragon flying around freaking all over the place, and not one freaking thing hit them. Not one. This is the problem with the Game of Thrones episodes. Totally inconsistent. 1 week before, these freaking arrows were like, you know, target, like totally precise. You could fire them from freaking moving ships, and you hit your target in the sky like a heat-seeking missile from the 21st century. Then the week after, they can't even hit a freaking target, even if you got 50 of these freaking bows. Russia, you need the cooking practice. Oh my, is that the real human first? I don't know if that's. I don't think it might be a fake one. How do I? Let me ask you, human first. Let me ask you. Actually, I know if it's the human. Let me just double check because I need to find out because he's talking a bit trash talk there. Let's see whether he's the real human first. That's good. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look. I'll know if it's him because he makes videos about me. Oh, it is him! It's the real human first! It's him. Let's get you on the show. Can you come on the show on Friday? If I send you an invite, can you come onto the show on Manny's on Friday from around 10 or 11 o'clock? No, around 11 o'clock. It is him. How do you deal with seeing Raspec's? Yeah, come on, man. We haven't talked for a long time. We haven't talked. We need to have a chat with I'm an Indian and see what's going on. I've not seen that little I'm an Indian for ages, man. I haven't abused him, like calling him a freaking a sellout and a bloody samosa carrying prick. I don't know. We'll talk. We'll talk. I don't know. It could be about anything. Oh, we're going to talk about circumcision. Remember, your lulla's been snipped. Remember, your lulla's been snipped, human first, and you're Hindu. How? This is one thing I need to figure out here. How is an Indian Hindu have no freaking foreskin? How did that happen? Don't worry, Rashma. I don't like him either. It's a good talk with you. You can talk to you can talk to people that you don't like. It's good. It's fine to do that. I need to figure out how this little Indian has got no freaking foreskin. What happened? What happened? What happened to your foreskin? We're going to be doing a talk about foreskin on Friday. Oh, God, Rashma. Human first, mind your own business, boy. Yeah, mind your own business, boy. Rashma is such a gangster online, man. And in real life as well, but different in real life. All right, I've not seen that Angela Mernan. I need to read that. I don't even. I've not even been freaking keeping up to date. What's going on? Just being ill. Oh, Sid Bash is back. Is that the real Sid Bash? Is that the real Sid Bash? He's still living off the money he stole from Uncle Jamal. Heard he's now brought a Escort, a blue Escort from 1981. Is that true? Ford Cortina. Yes, it doesn't get boring. I know. That's why I'm going to always say it, even for 50 years. Every time I see you, even if I see you when I'm like 80 and you got no bloody, you got like a full head of no hair, I'll still be asking you about the money you stole from Uncle Jamal. And before I say, no, he didn't steal the freaking money. He tried to do a good deed and it all went wrong. Just a good, solid story about never help people because it would just backfire on you. So just be cruel. I hope your fasting's going cool. What time do you break your fast, Sid Bash? What time do you break the fast in the UK? 8:45. Well, that's quite late. That's quite late, actually. What happens? But what happens in Oh, TA, you and your bloody Liverpool. It was a good game, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I'm quite annoyed though because I like to troll Liverpool fans because they're always losing, but now they're winning. So I need to. Oh, big. What's his name? Oh, Sid Bash. Sid Bash. Sid Bash. I'm going in a minute. What's happened to Big Odds? I've not spoken to him for months, and he's freaking constantly gunning for me in the comments. I feel like I'm in a war, which don't even know what's going on. What have I done? I went on to one of the things. He was calling me a lander. He was saying you're around me, this, you're that. I went on to another chat, and he was saying, "Oh, what do you mean I haven't been a good boy? I haven't been anywhere. I haven't been Speaker's Corner for 2 months." Then, yeah, he has done that. He has. What have I been doing? Give me an understanding. Because I don't understand. Like, I went over to, I was on Raspex the other day, like last week, and he was saying, if you don't get that Raj off the comments, I'm going to hot him up, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I haven't even done nothing. Oh, he was defending you over there. All right. Maybe he was just a little bit angry on the day. I don't know. I never know about Big Ard. He goes freaking mad one day, then he goes freaking normal, then he's mad, then he's normal, then he's mad. Probably just had a bad day. Yeah, so I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it. When I see him, I'll just talk to him, find out. I was like, and then yeah, he probably said a bad day, but I don't know. I can't tell what Big Ard's like, if he's gone crazy or. Oh yeah, it's not my room. My room's a freaking tip. This is my nephew's room. I shouldn't really. Yeah. I think he's probably just maybe he just heard something. I don't know. Maybe he heard me go snip, 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 and then he got kind of for the last time. It kind of pissed him off. All right, so I'm gonna be off now. I will be on the show on Friday. Oh, did he? Raspik told a Nigerian man he knew nothing about Africa. Of course, it's Raspik. Raspik is like Bran from Game of Thrones. He knows everything. Everything. Like anything that has happened, anything that will happen, all religions, always an expert of everything. You know, it doesn't matter what you talk about, he's an expert. You could talk about, I don't know, being a freaking Filipino and the Filipino history, and they'll be like, no, I know more about Filipino history than you. So you just got to. I've just accepted it now that when it comes to respect, he's not a bad guy. He's not somebody that's, in my opinion, malicious. He's just very arrogant. He thinks he knows everything when he doesn't. And that can be very dangerous as well if you think you're right all the time and you know everything. That's a recipe for disaster as well. So at least with me, if I made a mistake or I think I've said something wrong, I've done something wrong, I know I don't. I don't know. I'm not right. I'm wrong as well. Majority of the time I am right, but there are times I'm wrong. Sid Bash, yeah. Sid Bash. Feels like me and Sid Bash are having some kind of weird. Let me say something, yeah. That roly-poly, that pubeless, hairy prick, that freaking Mr. Amaraz, yeah. I've heard him threaten Rashma. He said he's going to come down Speaker's Corner and sort her out, blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff. I heard him on another stream say that to Zabida, I'm going to come down Speaker's Corner and slap you up in front of your husband. Why is it that prick, yeah, that roly-poly, is still being given such a good welcome on Ard's channel and stuff? You should be roasting that freaking roly-poly, cake-eating prick. I don't care if he's got psychological issues. I got psychological issues. You can't use the excuse, I'm mad. Okay, I can do whatever I want. Yeah, I know. I'm not. He took the freaking video down. Can you tell Ards to put that video back up so I can watch it? I heard it was a whole show about Mr. Amaraz eating cake. Fat prick. Well, I can imagine him eating cake. Yeah, how can you? Or let me say something here. If you say Christmas is wrong because celebrating Jesus' birthday is not right, you can't then celebrate Muhammad's birthday. You can't then celebrate Muhammad's birthday. I have no issue myself with celebrating birthdays. Like I celebrate, we celebrate the Guru's birthday. We call it Guru Purab and stuff like that. So for me, it's not a problem. But if you're saying, "Oh, ye freaking Christians, they're freaking pagans, they're celebrating Jesus's birthday," and then you're sitting around on Muhammad's birthday with the little hat on, freaking party poppers, little balloons, cakes, and all of that, and then you're saying that the Christians are wrong for doing that, then you're a hypocrite. You're kuffar, a grade A kuffar, Mr. Amaraz, you roly-poly, pubeless prick, you cake-eating degenerate. Aren't Sufis basically a form of Sikhs? No! Sufir, answer. No, they're not a form of Sikhs. I don't know where you got that from. Yeah, proper shirk attack. He's the definition of shirk, Mr. Amaraz, that roly-poly prick. Walking around eating cake during his prophet's birthday. That is like totally hypocritical. Yeah, you can't have somebody walking around saying, "Oh, Christians are freaking pagans. Christians are bloody well eating, celebrating, putting Christmas trees up. Christians are doing this. They're celebrating turkey and all that kind of bullshit." And then you're there with a freaking cake, celebrating your own prophet's birthday. I hope you lot rinsed him out on that. I heard it was a good rinsing. I heard even I was involved with a picture of me and Mr. Amaraz. I need to see that. How can I get those pictures, Sid Bash? How can I get those pictures of Mr. Amaraz being roasted? I heard it was a classic roast, but I heard it was taken down. I've been trying to find that freaking roast. I know. Why can't you send me a freaking link to it? Because I heard it was supposed to be a killer, like 2 hours of like total destruction. And it even involved me eating. I heard it was one of them was a picture of me and Mr. Amaraz eating cake or something. I don't know. I wanted to see that. Yeah, but good Sid Bash. You got to show his hypocrisy. You're gonna have to be consistent. You can't tell Christmas that Christians you can't celebrate Christmas, but then you're celebrating Muhammad's birthday. It's the same thing. Yeah, crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna be going. Let's say bye to the doggies. I need to get used to. You got anything poignant to say, you two? Anything good to say? Come on, say something to everybody. See what they say. Come on, Bullet. Hey, take care, Sid Bash. Bullet. Oh, shut up, Sefe Samani. Don't make me angry. They're not similar. Let me say something to you. This concept that Sufis are similar to Sikhism is wrong. Our basic, fundamental philosophies are different, but we have similarities. Yeah, the truth is the truth. So Sufis, in my opinion, I believe Sufi Islam is the real path. Yeah, so we do have similar kind of concepts, but it doesn't mean we're the same. We have a lot of things that we differ on. Rajma Buddha, oh man, Nedgyal, my Jamaican bro. Rajma Buddha, sometime the Rambo and the Crumble. I don't know what that means. But basically, I bet he's somebody like just from North London or something. Yeah, it's the same way that you could say that Christianity is similar to, let's say, Islam. You can also say there are similarities between Sufi Islam and Christianity, and Sufi Islam and Sikhism. Certain concepts are gonna be similar. Yeah, Raj, see my comments that are right. Yeah, let's see what Rashma Akhtar's been saying. She's been talking gangster. Let's have a listen to Rashma. Rashma, you should have your own channel. All right, let me read a couple. So before I go, let me have a couple of little. I'm gonna read Rashma's comments. Is Amraz there? Is Amraz in the freaking thingy? I don't know if he is, though, that fat prick, roly-poly turd. All right, so Rashma, I don't care if he's got psychology. Amraz, I'll be waiting for you, boy. Yeah, this is what Rashma's saying to Mr. Amraz. Amraz, I'll be waiting for you, boy. Yeah. And we'll be behind you, supporting you while you hit that Verna on his head. A Verna is a rolling pin. And I'm not being sexist, but women are good at hitting the Verna. I've seen it. Trust me. Yeah. Oh my God. Is that really Rashma? Rashma's getting cool. Rashma, you're getting good at your comments, man. She says, Amraz, you think you're a bad boy. I'm the baddest girl in the world. I'm waiting for you, big boy. No one can stop me, not even the queen. Yeah. You're the queen. Rashma Akhtar might be the new queen of the park. We have to see. She's becoming proper like gangster, running the place. Raj, he thinks he's a bad boy. I'm the baddest girl in the world. LOL, I'll be waiting for his arrival. Yeah, you can see him from a mile off with that freaking fat roly-poly face of his. Of course you can see him. Probably see him play 1 hour before he turns up. Yeah. Yeah, you need to start making videos, though. Are you making videos now? Let me just double check if Rashma's making videos. We need to get Rashma to start making videos. Videos would be funny, man. Oh, you are! Oh, you're starting to do videos. Oh, big up to Rashma. I've seen it. Everybody, can you go to Rashma Akhtar's channel? Click on the link of Rashma Akhtar. Support her because she's actually now doing videos. Last time I saw, I didn't realize she started to upload videos now. So, big up. Let me put. So this is Rashma Akhtar's link to a thingy. So subscribe to Rashma Akhtar, the new queen of Speaker's Corner. She's running things around there, going around freaking like offering that fat roly-poly pubeless prick Mr. Amraz out. What are you gonna do to her? Nothing. All you're gonna do is eat cake and shave your pubes, you prick. Oh my God. Yeah. So subscribe to Rashma. How's your fasting going then, Rashma? Need to check. Oh, Heinz baked beans is in the house. Yeah, I've eaten. All I've eaten all week here is mostly baked beans. I've hardly eaten anything because nothing else will go down. Now we're gonna go down. We're gonna freaking rip the Speaker's Corner apart. Rashma's running things around here now, and you think that roly-poly thinks he's gonna come down and start doing stuff? You're crazy. Yeah, just please say Rod if you just me Rod you Sidhu Moosewala, yeah. I've been listening to a lot of Punjabi tracks over the last couple of days, man. Sidhu Moosewala is like killer, man. Yeah, Raj is Amraz. Yeah, Mr. Amraz is a Muslim, Rashma. He's got his own new religion. Eating cakes all the time, freaking shaving his pubes, being fat. That's his religion. He's not freaking. Hakirate, have you heard of Ahmadiyya Muslims? What do you think of them? Ahmadiyya Muslims, yeah, they have a lot of persecution, of course, because even on I listened to what Human First said. Being on Rashma Actors channel is Freshy TV. You're talking about Freshy TV. You just look like you come off the freaking boat, you little prick. You don't look like you've been born here. You look like you've been born in some village in freaking Timbuktu, wherever Timbuktu is. I know people say, "Oh, Rod, you're racist for saying that." Rod, but he doesn't. Doesn't look like he's freaking been born in the UK. He doesn't speak like he's from the UK. He's got a different. He's got a new accent, some weird accent. Like he's born someone else. Yeah. So when it comes to Ahmadiyas here, they are persecuted on a next level of madness. The only time I heard about the Ahmadiyya Muslims was when I Osama's freaking gone back to his cave, obviously. And I'm not talking about Osama bin Laden, Osama from the freaking ever. So basically, when it comes to what am I talking about? Oh, the Ahmadiyya Muslims in Pakistan, they're persecuted on a next level of madness. Even on their passport, you cannot say that you're you have to sign a document saying that Ahmadiyya Muslims are not Muslims. In order to get your passport, you've got to sign. That's how much they see Ahmadiyya Muslims out of the fold of Islam. What I've realized is that even if you have differences between sects, yeah, like Shias, the Muta boys, and all that kind of stuff, and Sufis and all that, there is this consensus among, on an average, that they're still Muslims, but they're deviant. Like they're deviant. But when it comes to the Ahmadiyyas, all of the other sects say they're not Muslim. So it's the one sect that they go, okay, no, these guys are out of the fold of our religion. And the reason being, we might talk about it on Friday. Maybe we'll talk. I want to get an Ahmadiyya Muslim onto the show. This is kind of an interesting. Raj, I don't agree with Islamic law, but they're a Sunni country. They should abide by it. Nah, don't need to abide by anything. You're crazy. Sorry, TA. If a law is wrong, you don't abide by it. Like, look at the poll tax. People went freaking mad. If there was a law suddenly passed in the UK about oppressing a particular group or something, I will protest against it. I'm not saying you have to break the law, but you should be protesting against unjust laws. So you shouldn't just keep quiet and go, oh, yeah, that's just the way the law of the country is. No, you can change those laws if you protest against it. You can't be just accepting it. So I might talk about Ahmadiyyas. I want to try and get if there's an Ahmadiyya Muslim that wants to come onto the panel and speak, because they seem to be a very nice, laid back community, but they seem to get a lot of stick. I mean, I've not met any Muslims that see them as Muslims yet that I've seen. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. They treat Sikhs relatively well in Pakistan, considering how they treat everybody else. So I'm gonna say, yeah, I agree with that. We can. Let me say something to you, to all the Pakistanis out there. If we wanted to take back Pakistan and the Punjab and the whole thing, we'll take it back. Fighting talk for a minute. He got me fighting there. You can blame TA. He was getting my bump and my blood pumping. Like, yeah, let's go back, get Punjab back. Let's unify Punjab. Yeah, if we wanted to, we could. All right, so I'm going to be off on Friday, like I said. I'm going back home tomorrow. Thank God. Freaking gone mad here this time. And I'll be back. I'm not going to Speaker's Corner on Sunday again. The reason being, my stomach's not too great. I'm in a mood for drawing, and when I'm in that mood, I don't want to break the thing. I have not drawn for like 7, 8, 9, 10 days. And on top of that, Game of Thrones, the last ever episode, is on Sunday. So I might as well not go one more week, and then I'll be back the week after, hopefully. Yeah. Big up to everybody, and Rashma. Yeah, right. Amraz makes me sick. It looks like I want to throw up. Yeah, you're right. Look at the state of it, man. Bloody hell. and he thinks he's not fat. He thinks he's not fat, and he's a freaking bloody roly-poly, pubeless prick of the highest order. Yeah. Rashma, Amaraz is just like a little cockroach to you. He's just like a cockroach. Just step on him. He's nothing to you. He's just a little cockroach. You don't need to worry about a little prick, that pubeless turd. Anyway, guys, I'm off then. I'll be back on Friday. I'm thinking. And Sam M, when are you coming back to Speaker's Corner? Sam M, when are you coming back to Speaker's Corner? Give me a time frame. Oh, I need a cameraman, Sam M. Sorry. I'm only joking. Guess what Rashma said? This is a good way to leave, yeah? I'm gonna step in with him with one arm. Think about it. Rashma Akhtar, yeah? She's gonna have one arm tied behind her back, and actually her left she's gonna fight him with her weaker arm, and she's gonna bust him up with one arm. That's what she said. Step in with him on one arm. Oh, she's freaking dusting you up, you fat roly-poly. Oh God, she's destroyed you. Anyway, big up to Rashma, man. Everyone subscribe to her channel, please. She's starting to upload videos. It'd be good to I'll watch your videos actually. Let me see, because they're not that long. They're only like a couple of minutes. I'll have a watch of them anyway. Anyway, take care, everyone.